A family on a mission to rescue their house from a runway.
Get ready to roll!
Will it survive a nail-biting chase through freezing fog,
I don't want any accidents.
over narrow bridges,
It looks like it's pretty close.
and under high-voltage cables?
If you hit the power line, everybody around you could die.
This runway race is going to be nothing short of one massive move. St. Cloud in rural Minnesota. Home to the Gill family, Mary, Dan, and their two sons, Kyle and Kiefer. The Gills lived together in this house for 25 years, a tight-knit family who love the great outdoors.
Boys grew up here. It's nice being out in the country. That's great. We've enjoyed raising the boys here.
Youngest son Kiefer has already moved out of the family home and enjoys his independence.
Come on, bite it. Bite it.
Right?
Now elder brother Kyle is keen to get his own place, and he's been saving up.
I've worked pretty hard, the last couple of years. Now this year I've been working, 3 jobs, and I've been willing to save up and buy my own house instead of moving into an apartment or renting one.
With enough money saved, he's found the perfect piece of land, an old farm.
Well, this place, you got a lot of, field view. You can see, deer come out and stuff like that. It's just nice scenery and it's quiet. I don't know. I could probably be here for the rest of my life. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how the future goes.
Now Kyle needs a house to put on it. He can't afford to build a new home, but Dad Dan has spotted a golden opportunity.
We've been driving past the house for approximately 10 years. It was just a gorgeous home.
This 4-bedroomed house is crammed with features, and it's cheap to buy. But there's a catch. It sits on land owned by St. Cloud Regional Airport.
So we've got our 7,000-foot runway, which is adequate for most aircraft that operate in and out of this airport. We now need another runway in a different direction, and there's houses that are going to need to be moved.
We bid on the home, and we were awarded the bid, and we've decided to move the home.
Kyle and Dan plan to move the house from the airport to Kyle's plot 3 miles away. A tough trek for such a large house, but it's worth the risk.
We're excited to see that the house is going to be preserved and recycled. I mean, you really hate to knock a house like this down. It's a beautiful home.
House is in very nice shape.
Plans for Kyle's bachelor pad are well on the way.
And might put a fireplace, surround sound. I don't know, a big screen TV. We'll see.
It is a little bit large, but in the future, maybe a family and everybody will grow into it.
But moving the house won't be cheap. Although the house itself costs just $3,200, moving it will set Kyle back $41,000. Building foundations and refitting, a further $50,000. Finally, there's the $65,000 for his plot, bringing the cost of this venture to almost $160,000. With no money spare if there's any mistakes, the Gills call in seasoned heavy haulers, Ehrlichman Movers. They've been trucking houses for over 90 years. Chief mover is Randy Jonas.
I love pulling houses. I don't know. It's a huge challenge, and I do lose sleep, but it's because I'm excited to do it, not because I'm worried about it.
Randy's crew won't be alone. Dan is a builder, and there's no way he's going to watch from the sidelines. He's even dragged in Kyle and Kiefer. This is a big 2-story house. Even the garage has a room above it. It's over 66 feet long, which makes moving it a huge challenge. St. Cloud's roads are only 30 feet wide and very busy. Try going anywhere now, and this house will stop traffic and scrape the sidewalk. So the team has to separate the garage, cutting straight through this beautiful home. A drastic measure, but it's the only way this monster mansion will squeeze down these city streets. There's only one way to split this house. Slice it like a salami. Down the walls, across the floor, and right through the roof.
Cutting really nice. And my cuts line up. Successful again. Don't step on that spot. So now we have a skylight. The whole entryway.
The extreme surgery worries Kyle.
It'll come together real nice. We'll button it up and everything. Make it look like we didn't even cut it in half.
Now the house is a more manageable size. The crew face their first real challenge. Load up this massive mansion. Coming up, will the house survive liftoff?
Right now I just saw the whole beam go up about 2 inches.
And a slippery slide onto the road?
If it goes too fast, it could just slide right off the end.
In St. Cloud, Minnesota, Kyle Gill has found his first home with the help of his parents, Mary and Dan.
I'm excited to be out on my own and everything, and with everybody helping.
They've sliced off the garage, and now Randy's team face a titanic struggle, lifting the huge house off its footings for the move.
90% of the houses are not made to be moved. They didn't build them to ever be moved.
Although strong, this house was not built to be lifted. The joists that hold the floor joints together are made from recycled wood, much weaker than solid timber. So if the crew lift the house now, the heavy walls will lose their support. To reinforce the joists, they'll need to dig deep holes around the house and thread a rig of steel beams underneath. This will stop the floor from flexing as they lift the house and hold the walls steady on the long journey ahead.
If you don't put enough steel underneath here, yeah, you can have structural issues.
Kyle's brother Kiefer lends Randy's crew a hand.
They're family, we gotta help them out, you know. I mean, keep me busy, first of all, on the weekends, you know.
It's hard work. To get the beams in, the trenches need to be 5 feet deep.
Such a good digger. You can dig all day.
Dad Dan tries to speed things up with the mechanical digger, but he gets a little carried away.
I was pounding a hole in the concrete wall and slid into the trench and ended up with a flat tire.
Luckily for Dan, Randy's crew rides to the rescue.
Always gotta break stuff. It ain't too bad, I guess. Could have been worse.
It takes 3 days to thread 20 tons of steel into place.
Yeah! 3 feet. 2. 1. Up!
Just as they're ready to lift the house off its footings, the weather turns nasty.
It's starting to snow a little bit today. Tomorrow they're talking 5 below. The challenges in that is the hydraulics work slower. Obviously we work slower. It's just a little bit more challenging.
Randy risks standing underneath the house as they lift it to keep an eye on the hydraulics.
Just gotta watch all the jacks, make sure they come up evenly. Our jacking system's not unified, so I have to control each corner to make sure that it comes up even. Because if I'd come up more with one corner than the other, it could crack.
Against all the odds, the house lifts off.
Right now I just saw the whole beam go up about 2 inches. That's how fast they can jack them up, I guess.
Next challenge, slide this 70-ton monster onto a trailer. It's gonna take more than elbow grease.
Putting soap on the beam makes it slide a lot easier. We all smell pretty when we're done.
It's vital the house slides level.
The slope ain't right. It either won't come or it'll go too fast. If it goes too fast, it could just slide right off the end.
It'd be kind of exciting to see how they're gonna do that. I've never seen that done before, so hopefully it goes good without breaking the house in half, you know.
They lash the digger to the front of the house to pull.
Down a little on our end.
Something could happen, the house could fall, and people could get injured or killed.
Every cent of Kyle's savings is dependent on Randy's crew's expertise and some sweet-smelling soap.
We got our dollies rolled into place, and now we're gonna let the house down on them, and we'll be ready to back up.
They brace the garage with wood and attach it to a second truck.
Looking good.
These branches make it tricky lining up the convoy with the road.
Watch that tree.
They may be set to roll, but the route ahead is blocked by a major power line, which feeds electricity to the whole neighborhood. Hit or even come close to this high voltage line, and it could have disastrous consequences. The team has two options: turn round and head down the runway, or persuade the power company to raise the line. A dangerous operation, but it could be the only way to allow the house to squeeze down the road and start its long trek.
Anytime you're dealing with electrical lines, it is dangerous. Even if you're not involved, just being a bystander, just being around them, anything can really happen.
But it's getting dark. Too late to tackle the cables tonight, so the team must delay the move until the morning. Coming up, can the house survive its close encounter with the power lines?
I wouldn't want to be the person up there next to those things.
And a tightrope walk across a narrow bridge? In Minnesota, the Gill family have jacked up their son's starter home and slid it precariously onto the back of a trailer.
If it goes too fast, it could just slide right off the end.
It's 6 a.m. and the morning of the big move. The house has a hazardous trek ahead. Parents Dan and Mary are nervous.
It's a challenge. I like this kind of thing. It's exciting to me.
Pretty nervous. Everybody was up running around at about 5 this morning, so we're all kind of gearing up, thinking about things we forgot about, things we got to do yet.
There's bad news. The weather wasn't good yesterday, but now it's not just freezing. There's thick fog.
The weather right now, it's foggy and it's actually misting a little bit. Just so other cars can see us, I guess, is the biggest thing. And our guys too. We don't want nobody to get hurt. Getting a little anxious to get going. Just get it done with.
Get ready to roll.
Randy's crew has to guide this monster home 3 miles and faces power lines, a narrow bridge, and rough terrain with almost no visibility.
Can't even see our escort vehicles up there. It's so foggy. And I don't want any accidents, and we've never had an accident.
Just as they get going, they hit their first major obstacle. These high voltage cables serve power to all the houses in the area, including the airport.
If you hit the power lines, it could, everybody around you could die. They're high voltage and you just never know what's going to happen.
To avoid an accident, electricians must shut off the power. Otherwise, the electricity could arc under this 40-foot high house.
Awesome. Yeah, boy, you don't see that every day. I wouldn't want to be the person up there next to those things.
Randy's keeping everything crossed.
They got 2 boom trucks holding it up. So we should be able to fit through there, hopefully.
There's just inches to spare.
Right.
They pick up the pace. The whole family is out in force helping Randy's crew.
We're all out here. My wife's out here. Kiefer is out here, and Kyle as well. It's fun watching him. He's starting to get excited about it. He's a little nervous. He's got concern, wondering if we're going to hit trees and things.
I think I'm more nervous than anybody up there. Oh, there's a mailbox in the way too. Look at that. Oh, let's go.
Up ahead lies the most dangerous obstacle yet, a bridge crossing the frozen Elk River. It may be 120 feet long, but it's only 30 feet wide. This mammoth mansion just won't fit. The crew must jack the house up higher so that its walls hang over the edge of the bridge. A risky maneuver. The team has to measure the road, the bridge, and the house as they go to make sure they can make it and don't get stuck.
Probably the highest point, huh?
Yeah.
I got 27.6. Hard to judge. We're coming up to the bridge here in a little bit, and that's one of our biggest obstacles is to cross this narrow bridge with the wide house.
All eyes are on the guardrail. If it clips, this house could tumble to an icy end.
I hope it clears the bridge. It looks like it's pretty close.
Did Randy get his measurements right?
That's awesome.
Thanks to some skillful driving, Kyle's house just makes it.
We had less clearance than what we had originally figured, though. We had thought we'd have about 6 inches, and we only had 3.
With the bridge behind them, Randy takes a little breather.
We're gonna put Kyle in the driver's seat. He's got a Class A for driving semi.
Kyle does drive snow trucks for a living. The house should be okay.
Just stay in the middle of the road like you are, and pretty much that's all you got to do unless someone tells you you got to move left or right or stop.
Kyle's mom, Mary, knows he can't hit cruise control just yet.
They make it look easy, but we're not through to the end yet either, so we've got a ways to go.
Coming up, will Kyle's house survive a rocky ride over a field?
You guys ready?
And a slippery slide onto its new home? In Minnesota, Kyle Gill's first home has survived a close encounter with power line and a brush with a bridge.
I hope it clears the bridge. It looks like it's pretty close.
But a few meters away from the new site, Randy's crew faces yet another power line. These cables can't be raised, so the crew has to head on a treacherous diversion across an old maize field. It's covered with deep furrows, mud, and rocks. One bump too many, and this house will go flying. So Randy must slow right down. The team will have to constantly watch and adjust the wheels to keep it on track and get this house home safely.
With the rough ground, you can't just drive fast or normal pace because it shakes the house.
This is trucking hell.
If you hit something hard, a deep hole or a big rock or anything like that, yeah, the dolly could slide on there.
Smooth and steady, Randy.
Almost there, so it feels good. Yeah, it's on the property.
You guys ready? One-time shot, I hope.
The team now face one final hurdle. Slide the house over this gaping foundation hole onto these wooden towers. Time to soap up, boys.
Get that ivory soap on there, you know. Important ingredient in this house moving.
The soap makes the beams super slippery. Push too hard and Kyle's house could overshoot and end up in the hole.
The house slid ahead 2 inches on the main beams. Could you back up?
The house has slid too far. Randy's got to act fast.
We wrapped some chains to prevent it from going anymore and got it straightened out, and she's lined up. It's right where it needs to be. It's within an inch. That is the nice thing about the soap. You can pull it anywhere.
Kyle's first house finally touches down. They'll reattach the garage later.
You guys all worked amazingly well together. So congratulations, you guys.
It's a new beginning for Kyle. Without house moving, he wouldn't have this house. I hope when it's all done, we'll have to stop back in here and see what Kyle's done with the place and how good it looks. Like, you can't even tell it's been moved.
A month after the move, the Gills are back at the house and making plans to fit out Kyle's new kitchen.
Go with a 26 deep, and then you can put the fridge kind of in there. It gives it a nice, cleaner look.
Saving this house from the wrecking ball was never going to be easy, but for Dan, it was the right decision.
Definitely worth the hassle. It's almost completed. Got a few little odds and ends to do, but it's looking good.
It's given Kyle a unique chance to get on the property ladder with a beautiful, spacious home.
Well, the house is pretty nice. I don't know, a big step in the life, I guess.
And Mary is pleased to see her son take that big step too.
It's scary, but yet it's exciting for Kyle. I can definitely foresee him staying here for quite a few years. And, you know, for future-wise, possibly getting married and having kids here or whatever. It's a definitely good move.
Thanks to a family team effort, Kyle finally has a place of his own. A couple on a mission to transform their cabin into their dream country home.
This is terrifying.
Well, I can't watch everything. I'm not swimming.
Will their luxury lodge survive as it's chopped into pieces
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
and taken on a perilous trek past trees and power lines?
It could short up.
Shifting this colossal cabin is going to be nothing short of one massive move. The lush forests and sparkling wetlands of Tallahassee, Florida. 11 years ago, Mary and Trent Marr built this idyllic log cabin as a place to spend family holidays with their two daughters.
It was fun for Christmas because up here you get much cooler weather, so it kind of felt more Christmassy. It just ended up being automatically, this is where my kids wanted to go. So we've had a lot of good holidays here.
And for Trent, it's a perfect place to kick back.
Being from the Keys, you never thought you'd ever have a log home. And I've had a lot of good memories in this log home.
3 years ago, they decided it was time for a change, to quit city life for good and live out their country dream. They found a perfect spot for their new home, a huge 115-acre plot where Trent can pursue his favorite pastime.
Trent is an avid hunter. He's taken his dog hunting and training hobby to another level.
This is a property I actually bought, and I just bought this so I could live out in the country in Monticello and do my dog training. This was my goal in life when the kids all left. I could move out to the country, not in the city anymore.
But there's a twist. The Marrs can't bear to part with their precious log home.
That's pretty cool.
So, like the rest of their stuff, it's coming with them.
My wife said, we can't move that cabin. I said, well, let's try. Let's see what we can do.
I'm actually really excited. I was hesitant at first about moving this, but the more I came around to the idea of this, the more excited I got.
This won't be Trent's hunting hangout for much longer.
Now it's a family house instead of the boys' club.
But keeping the family house is not going to come cheap. The new plot cost Mary and Trent $237,000. Moving the cabin will cost $65,000. Restoring the house, a further $60,000, bringing the price tag of this ambitious project to an eye-watering $362,000. But this is going to be the family's permanent home, so it's worth every penny.
It's not like it was something that was in the family for 100 years, but this is actually the only house we ever built. So being able to end up keeping it and relocating it on top of the memories, it was a win-win for us.
Moving this 80-ton building is risky and will be a huge challenge. So they've called in Florida's leading heavy haulers, Ducky Johnson House Movers. Glenn, Damien, Richard, Paul, and project manager Donald Wayne.
We got the best guys in the world. I'll take them anywhere over anybody. I mean, they awesome. There ain't no joke about that.
The 44-foot cabin currently sits in forests east of Tallahassee. The crew need to move it 18 miles south, across the countryside, to the new site near Monticello. This colossal cabin is just too wide for the crew to squeeze out of the forest. So their first task? Slice off the 2 porches.
Oh my God.
The extreme surgery comes as a shock to Mary.
Wow. Well, it's all torn up. Like they're gonna yank it again? So every time I hear that jerking sound and a little crack, I about have a panic attack.
The team used a trailer to lift the porch up onto wheels.
Well, that answers my question about how they're getting the tires underneath there.
All right. Hey, cut it back in place.
Oh my God.
After 3 days of work, the porches hit the road for the new site, leaving the house behind.
Ready to rock and roll?
The porches may be skinny, but they're taller than truck driver Glenn thinks. A low-hanging branch tears a section off the roof. Unaware of the collision, Mary and Trent await the arrival of the porches at the new site.
We actually had a friend call us on our way over here and say, we just saw your porch go down the road. Wow, they definitely did a number on the corner of that porch, though.
It's not the start they were hoping for.
Hopefully they can fix that up. Just sit on this corner here. See the lake from here, or the pond. There we go. Look at that.
No house, but Trent can still take in that all-important view.
Looks good. How beautiful view.
It's a great spot, but only if the cabin makes it.
I mean, it's the porch, it's easy to fix, but it makes me a little nervous about the rest of it.
Coming up, will the cabin survive as the chimney tumbles down
This is terrifying.
and the roof lifts off? In Tallahassee, Florida, Trent and Mary Marr are taking drastic measures to relocate their log cabin.
Well, it's all torn up.
They've slashed off the porches, and now their home is about to become a demolition zone. 3 days into the move, and the crew hit a major obstacle.
The chimney's gonna give us problems, so we're gonna remove it down to the bottom story.
As the centerpiece of the house, the stunning chimney is 30 feet high. Hand-built from real stone, it weighs almost 30 tons. To lift the cabin, the crew must brace the floors with steel beams and position hydraulic jacks underneath. But there's a problem. As they lift, there's a risk the chimney could topple. So the team must add extra steel under its base and take down some of the stonework to reduce the load. They'll have to rebuild it at the new site, but it's the only way to lift this cabin safely.
We'll start taking this top out, piece at a time.
Mary watches on nervously.
My concerns with them taking down the chimney is falling debris hitting the roof. And then once they go on the inside, they have to take it apart. I've got hardwood floors throughout. Hopefully there's no patching going to be going on. Pebbles are okay, but there's been some probably 6-inch pieces that look like they're really hitting the roof.
But the stone-by-stone approach is getting them nowhere fast. 4 days later, they're still at it.
That chimney's pretty rough. You know, it's sealed in brick, stone on the outside and block and brick on the inside. It's mortared up good.
At the risk of ruining the floors, the crew have no choice but to use brute force. As Damien rips down the chimney, the crew realize it's not the only feature they need to remove. With its porches off, the house may be narrow enough to squeeze down the forest lanes, but its roof is just too tall. The trees could easily rip it off and destroy the cabin. So the team must completely remove the roof from the house. They'll have to cut every bolt and batten that holds the roof down, then raise it up with jacks. When high enough, they'll thread 2 steel beams underneath it to hold it steady as they lift it down onto trucks, ready to face the forest.
Right now, we're at a crucial stage to where we're cutting the top story off. They got cut through the walls, the plumbing, the tile. It's pretty brutal.
Inside, it looks like a tornado's ravaged Mary's living room.
I definitely did not expect this, so this is terrifying. Kind of wish I didn't see this part, but all right, this is definitely a hit and run. I'm definitely not sticking around to witness any more of this.
It's gonna take one thumping lifting machine to raise this lumber roof.
This machine right here is the hydraulic jacking system. You can pick everything up level. Oh, it's a lifesaver. It's easy on the house.
Mary's prized property is about to be prized in half.
All pressure on this one jack.
Well, I can't watch everything. I'm on one of it.
Hey, cut all 3 of these off on this end wall.
Uh-oh, they've hit a glitch. Glenn spotted a wooden post they didn't cut.
That's all it takes to hold it. See it right here?
It's all clear. The jacks now raise the roof over a foot into the air, and they slide steel beams in to support it. Now it's a race against time. Rain is forecast and a storm could drench Mary's living room.
Never can tell. Looks like it. We might get some today. I don't know. You definitely don't want no rain. It'd all be in wood and everything on the inside, and it'd be pretty much ruined.
Inside, Damien races to finish tearing down the monster chimney.
Hot up here. Finally, thank God. Ears full of concrete. Lovely. Lungs full of concrete. Concrete. But we done. That's all that matters.
The final step is to place steel beams under the house, jack it up, and slide the wheels underneath.
Yeah, we got it up. All we got to do is put the truck up on it and it's ready to roll.
Tomorrow they can lift off the roof and get moving. It's the day of the big move in Tallahassee. After 3 years of planning, Mary and Trent arrived to watch the event.
Glenn's been warning me all week that anything I've seen that's disturbed me yet is nothing to this.
Pick it up, man. Yank it up, move it. Come on, let's go. Let's rock and roll, huh?
I'm so glad you're not in charge.
It's time to lift the lid.
Let's rock and roll. Yeehaw! Don't drop the top.
It's one giant trapeze show.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
get the picture?
Yes, that is like...
You said you wanted to have more light in the top, right?
They slowly lower each piece of the house onto trucks, ready for the forest trek. Coming up, can the convoy prevent the cabin from falling off a bridge?
That is nuts.
And limbo under live power lines?
It could short up.
In Tallahassee, Florida, Mary and Trent's log holiday cabin has been wrenched in half
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
and hauled onto trucks. Now house and roof are on the move. 11 a.m. The crew must complete the 18-mile trek before nightfall in order to beat the rain. It's a tight squeeze.
Whew! That was close. You know, when he took the measurements, I don't think he considered the roof.
It's goodbye to the old plot as the house heads for the highway. But there's a major obstacle up ahead. The bridge that crosses Sneed Smokehouse Lake is just too narrow. A collision could throw the cabin into the swamp. So Glenn's crew must use hydraulic lifts in the wheels to raise the house 2 feet above the guardrails. This is a risky maneuver. The house will be high up and hanging way over the edge of the bridge. But as he speeds towards the bridge, truck driver Glenn doesn't seem to be slowing down.
But I think we got it up high enough to go over.
Mary watches nervously as her cabin brushes close to the barriers.
Wow. That is nuts. Oh my gosh. Good job, Glenn. Slow but steady. That is nuts.
House and roof slowly cross safely to the other side.
It's on the road.
Oh, it went good. We ready to roll on down the road some more?
1 p.m. and there's still 16 miles to go. They've got to get the roof back on tonight, and there's still hazards ahead.
We are watching the top. Make sure no wires or tree limbs and nothing hangs on the top.
With the house sitting so high on the truck, it's getting close to the live power lines.
It could short up. Low wire coming up.
With a helping hand, they make it through.
Got it?
Next challenge. To avoid hitting these trees again, the truck drivers must steer a precarious zigzag path.
If you're running down the road 25, 35 mile an hour and you hit a good sized limb, you know, you can tear the house up.
Your side.
Time for a little pruning. With the trees behind them, they can pick up the pace. But these road signs could bring the move to an abrupt halt.
Pick it up now, Richie. It's coming loose.
Nothing's gonna stop this massive move.
Huh?
They wouldn't have got their mail.
It takes the whole afternoon to reach the new site. But a tight turn onto the lot threatens to topple the whole building.
Just this turn right here, trying to stay out of the ditch and try to stay off the pole right here.
At last, they've made it.
We got it across town and we're on the new property. And if it goes together as good as it came apart this morning, then we should be good. I'm excited.
There we go.
The Mars can't celebrate yet, though. The cabin may have reached its final destination, but it's not out of the woods yet. Coming up, can the crew put this house back together?
A little bit.
Without smashing it to pieces? This log holiday home has survived a hair-raising hike through the forest.
That's insane.
Now the team must piece this giant jigsaw puzzle back together. And with the weather drawing in, the race is on. This final challenge is probably the most difficult. The crew plan to use 2 cranes to lift the roof back onto the house. But a strong gust of wind could cause the roof to swing into the cabin. The team needs a moment where there's not much wind, so they can precisely line up the holes in the roof with the bolts in the house. A tricky task. Just as the cranes lower the roof, the wind picks up, causing real problems for Glenn.
The wind blowing.
Right now we gotta get this roof and top story back on. The way it's built, it's gotta be precise. Everything's gotta line up just right.
About 4 inches. Hey, the wind blowing hard.
If the swaying roof bashes or bends these bolts, the house may never fit back together again.
A little bit more. Little bit. Little bit. Little bit more.
After an agonizing wait, the bolts finally slot into place and the roof eases into position. The jigsaw puzzle is complete.
Woohoo!
Well, we're done for today. Don't have to worry about no weather coming in, no rain. Another good job.
Mary and Trent breathe a huge sigh of relief.
So as of today, we may not be able to live in it, but we definitely have a house here.
Yeah, definitely have a house here.
Yeah.
You want to spend the night here tonight?
No.
You sure?
Yep.
You sleep bag? No?
With a little fixing up, this'll soon be home sweet home.
I'll be excited when we get those porches back up and it all comes together, but I'm very excited. I'm so happy it's finally here.
Yep.
I'm glad Trent talked me into this crazy idea.
Two weeks after the move, Mary and Trent give daughter Jessica a tour of the cabin in its new home.
So what do you think? It looks good, doesn't it?
The front porch is back on, the roof is secured, and now it's all about the stunning waterfront views.
It turned out prettier than either of us thought it would.
Now we got a lakefront cabin that we didn't have before.
And the open countryside is the perfect playground for Trent and his dogs.
The dogs love it out here, so they're definitely gonna like living out here versus living in the city.
Moving their precious log home was a massive risk for Mary and Trent. So, was it worth it?
I'm really glad we were able to keep the cabin and move it here. We've had it 10 years. We've had lots of great memories. So it means a lot that we were able to bring it here.
Thanks to the grit and determination of Donald, Glenn, and the crew, their colossal cabin is now their dream family home. A family in Missouri, hit by a natural disaster.
I was kind of feared a little bit for my life. It was very scary.
Can they rescue their new home from another flood by dragging it through narrow streets?
Never thought I'd see my house going down Main Street in Silex.
To higher ground?
It's gonna be really tight.
And now I'm scared.
This risky rescue will be nothing short of one massive move. Silex, Missouri, a rural retreat in the heart of America. Just 206 souls call this town home. Connie and Chuck Turbeville moved here in 1988 and raised their family in its tree-lined streets.
We met in high school when we were 16, and we've been married for 29 years.
We live a pretty outdoor lifestyle. My 11-year-old son's getting into hunting now, got his first deer this year.
But in 2008, this rural idyll was devastated when the Quiver River burst its banks and a flash flood ripped through the town.
In a matter of 3 or 4 hours, we had 2 foot of water in the house.
Didn't know how fast it was coming, wasn't sure how we was going to get out. I was kind of feared a little bit for my life. Yeah, it was very scary.
The family lost their house and all their treasured possessions.
Came back the next day to see that everything was destroyed. It was devastating.
The Turbervilles faced a heartbreaking decision: buy another house in the flood-prone area or start a new life elsewhere.
Despite the flooding, the people that make up the community are great.
We didn't want to move Charles out of Silex School, get away from his friends. And that kind of plays a part in all of it.
In 2009, Chuck and Connie took the plunge and used their insurance money to buy this spacious 3-bedroom, timber-framed family home just blocks away from their old property.
I love this house. We're going to hopefully be here till we retire. Made a lot of memories here and plan on making a bunch more.
The Quiver River might look tranquil now, but it takes just hours for it to turn into a torrent.
It's flooded several times over the years. It's not if, it's as much as it is when it's going to flood again.
Anxious to avoid another wrecked home, but keen to stay in the town, the Turbervilles take the bold decision to move their beloved house over a mile through the town's tight streets and up a steep hill to higher ground. A tough trek for a house.
When we move on the hill, it would be nice to know that we don't have to worry about flooding anymore.
Moving the house will cost Chuck and Connie $27,000. Setting the foundations and renovating the property, a further $48,000. Bringing the total bill for this risky rescue mission to $75,000. To move their precious property, the Turbervilles call in Missouri's finest heavy haulers, Joe Matico's team from Expert House Movers.
How you guys doing?
All right.
Joe's been moving houses for 2 decades, but this one will test his mettle.
It's extremely nerve-wracking because their whole life's investments are in my hands.
Even lifting this 75-ton house off its foundations will be tricky. The garage has no floor, and the walls are not properly tied to the house. There's a real risk that as they lift the house, the walls will collapse. So the team must brace the garage and build a grid of steel support beams under the home. Joe's crew strip off the garage siding and drill holes through the foundation walls to make way for the beams.
It's hard to see them put holes in the concrete. You know, now it doesn't look like it's very sturdy. Hope nothing goes wrong.
Just as they get going, temperatures plummet to -15 degrees.
It's Missouri. Just wait 5 minutes and the weather will change. Straight up.
Hauling these slippery hulks of metal in the freezing wind is a nightmare.
Hold it. Back up.
Back up a little bit.
They have to clear anything in their path.
There it goes. It looks different. Looks like a mess to me.
They must position the beams and braces precisely, or the garage could tear away, putting the home's structure in peril.
Very critical, because it's not done correctly. When we go to lift, we're going to see an opening probably up at the top. We need to take that one out, and then we can drop this baby right on this beam. That's why I'm the boss.
The reason why we banned it is to keep the garage from essentially falling apart.
But despite the team's efforts, Connie still worries for her treasured family home.
A little nervous. I just hope it goes up even and it doesn't slide off.
We're going to keep it upright and vertical.
Okay.
With the house rigged for lifting, all eyes are on the garage.
Moment of truth. Coming up!
It's kind of scary. Don't want nothing to happen.
The house lifts in one piece, but the move is taking its toll on the family.
The wife, she's concerned we lost the first house we had in the flood. So you lose one home, so you don't want to lose another.
I'm ready to get back in. I miss my house. I miss it a lot.
Coming up, can the team haul the house onto a truck
Now it just looks lopsided on the beams.
and guide it to a flood-free future?
Want me to let down a little bit?
In Missouri, the Turbervilles are rescuing their house from a floodplain.
We like our house, and I just don't want nothing to happen to it.
Joe's team must now hook the house up to a truck, but it won't be easy. There's a telephone pole in the way, and it can't be moved. If they try to back the truck up, there's a risk that they could bring everything down. So the team must pivot the house around on rollers. They'll tie the north wing steady and use soap to lubricate the path of the house as it slides on the steel beams. Once turned, they can hook the house to the truck safely and get moving. This house weighs a hefty 75 tons, so Joe's team will have to empty their wash bags.
We're actually going to have a waxy soap base between the two pieces of steel. Now we're ready to pull it. Ready to roll it.
It doesn't take much to slide the house along the slippery steel.
A couple of motors, a couple of chains, and some ivory soap.
Pretty awesome, actually. It's a lot faster than I thought. Amazing.
They slowly nudge Connie's house around the pole. A slip in the wrong direction now, and it could crash to the ground.
I thought it might slide off, and then they started pushing it this way. Now it just looks lopsided on the beams.
The tilt worries Joe.
Right at the end of where this roll beam is the softest spot in the yard. You've got to make sure our cribbing that we've placed under here does not settle. There's always danger. Oh!
Joe's crew must act fast to raise the far end of the beams to stop the house sliding into the mud.
Hope nothing falls apart. I'm getting nervous now.
It's going to be fine. At least I hope it will be.
The house slips safely off its old footings. The team must now slide wheels underneath.
And there they are, right there. As we speak, here comes the dolly, so I need to get to work.
But the site is a quagmire.
It's been cold, raining, wet. Now the sun is out, and the frost is now coming out of the ground, which is making it even more sloppy.
Oh. The mud could swallow the wheels. So they reinforce the path with steel plates.
On top of the steel plates is where we're going to drive the building off to the road.
It's a point of no return, because once we make this turn on out of here, there's no backing up.
The truck roars to life. First task, drive this beast to the roadside so it's ready for the big move.
And now I'm scared.
Constantly got to make adjustments as you're going forward.
Want me to let down a little bit?
This lot is extremely tight, and the pole is still causing problems.
And just pop it up over that peak.
The Turbeville's satellite dish may have escaped a close shave, but the neighbor's shed is about to get hit.
That's what you call tight right there.
It's a narrow squeeze out of the yard.
Cut back up one time. You gotta watch this piece of cross steel.
Finally, they make it to the roadside. Any vehicle that needs to get past will have to find another route.
I'm feeling pretty confident about it. Plus, I don't think they can tow it away anyway.
Never thought I'd see my house going down Main Street.
Coming up, can the house squeeze through the tight streets of Silex?
Every once in a while it gets a little tricky.
Without crashing onto the road.
He's ahead.
In Missouri, Joe's crew have lifted the Turbeville's precious family home and swung it off its foundations. Now they face a killer climb, hauling this house out of the floodplain and up a hill to safety. Connie fuels Joe's team for a hard day's work.
You better take care of my house, buddy.
I'm gonna do my... Holy moly. We're gonna get all sugared up.
The streets to the new site are narrow and lined with obstacles.
Oh, it's gonna be really tight. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, we got enough on this one. Now we gotta worry about the next one.
If the house takes down these low-slung telephone cables, the citizens of Silex will be off the grid.
Every once in a while it gets a little tricky. Sometimes my math ain't the best.
Out of town, got under all the utilities. Phase 1 complete.
Very exciting. It's pretty neat seeing it going down the road.
A huge challenge faces the team ahead. They must now maneuver the 75-ton convoy around a tight turn and up a steep hill without stalling. Mistime your gears now, and the jolt will crash the house. So the driver must slow down and make a large arc, keeping the cab to the right while steering the wheels under the house to the left. A smooth turn at a steady pace will make sure the house has the momentum to then tackle the hill. Ow. There's only one man who can take this tough turn.
It's a job for the boss. That way if something goes wrong, you got nobody to blame but myself. They're steering the wheels as I'm creeping ahead right now.
Looked like the one wheels on this one side was gonna go off into the ditch, but they made it. I guess Joe knows what he's doing.
I'm glad I'm a good driver.
Don't get too confident, Joe. There's an even tougher hill up ahead. And this is a biggie. It's split in two. Halfway up, there's a small plateau. Then the hill gets even steeper. Drive too fast, and the 90-foot-long building will hit the ground hard. So at the crest of the first hill, the driver must slow right down and carefully adjust the wheels under the house to make sure there's enough clearance.
We're getting ready to start to climb the grade as we speak.
Just to be safe, the crew raised the rear of the house so the garage doesn't scrape the road.
Amazing how they just stop and raise it up here and there when they have to.
And away we go.
Stall now, and he's in trouble.
So we got to have this right here in the exact proper gear. Very slow. I'm not even registering on my speedometer. Hey!
The garage clears the ground. But just feet from the foundations comes the next challenge, a bridge.
I hope it goes over the bridge, but it looks like it's wider than the bridge is.
Joe decides it's time to take control.
It's like John Wayne dismounting his horse.
He must give inch-perfect directions.
He's ahead.
To squeeze the house across the bridge.
I gotta watch these beams here.
Do you want them dollies straight?
Go back that way a little bit.
Just hope it goes over that bridge.
You out on the other side? All right, hold it.
Closer than what I expected. They were very, very good. They knew what they were doing.
The Turberville's house may have escaped the floodplain, but now it's parked precariously by its new footings. There's one last test for Joe's team.
We made it. It's a big relief. I'm ready to get moved in.
Oh, it's an experience. I was glad I was able to be here to watch them move it. It's getting close.
Coming up, will the team fall at the final hurdle?
They're getting closer. I just hope that it goes down okay.
When they lower this house down onto its new plot.
Whoa, 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 don't roll.
The Turberville's precious family home has survived a treacherous trek through narrow streets to escape a floodplain.
I'm looking forward to being able to get it on the basement and move back in and get started back on our life again.
But Joe's team faced one final hurdle.
We're repositioning the dolly so we can swing the tail end around so we get the building as close to square as possible.
Very close, within 4 feet.
Just gonna make it. Must be some damn good measuring. Must have done that before.
As the house slides into position, they hit a glitch.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't roll.
The gaps in the basement walls for the beams that support the house are too small.
Foundation contractor is now having to saw cut the wall down about another foot lower so we can set the house actually on the foundation itself.
With the foundations fixed, Joe's crew are all set to lower the house into position.
They're getting closer. I just hope that it goes down okay. It has been a little stressful. A lot of worrying and hoping nothing goes wrong.
Connie, your house getting ready to have its final resting place here on its new foundation.
Okay, you better make it a good one. Watch it, there it goes, it's going.
Hey, look, it went down.
Listen to it, it's creaking, isn't it?
It's cracking.
And finally, Connie's treasured house is sitting safe on its new home.
It's a big relief. I'm glad it's down and it's on there and it looks good.
I'm happy to, we pulled off another move. Very excited, absolutely.
I plan on staying here for a long time.
The day after the move, and the Turbervilles are fixing up their home. They hope to be back for good within the month.
If the power and the utilities hook back up, then we can be back in here as a family. That's the main thing.
We have to have the deer hanging on the wall.
Deer and the pictures. And
The TV working again.
The threat of losing their home to floodwaters has been left behind.
I feel excited. I have to worry about the flood and no more water in the yard or in the house. It's going to be the start of a new chapter in our life. Start making new friends here with different neighbors.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to have you in the neighborhood. Did you ever think they could pick up a house like that and move it all the way up here? It's amazing what they can do.
Chuck and Charles settle into their new yard and have grand plans for the future.
I'm just excited that we have woods now. I'm waiting to build a tree house with my dad.
The Turbervilles' home is out of harm's way, and the family can finally relax.
Now we can just go to bed at night, not have to have no worries. Can sit on the front porch and watch the sunset over behind the trees there. It'd be nice, it'd be pretty.
A family on a mission to rescue this huge, historic house.
Sometimes you just take a leap of faith.
Will it survive a treacherous trek?
It's making lots of noise.
Over rough fields?
It's kind of scary to watch.
And deep ditches? Hauling this historic house will be nothing short of one massive move. 8 miles east of Calgary, in the vast prairies of Alberta, Joyce and Dan Enders and their 5 children live and breathe horses on this farm.
Oh! Buzz just stepped on my toe.
No.
Horses are my life. They keep me going. They are my sanity. They've always been since I was young.
Joyce has built up these thriving riding stables, caring for up to 60 horses with the help of her 4 daughters.
Go get your saddle, baby.
Above the old hayloft, Dan runs his branding agency. Despite the idyllic setting, one crucial thing is missing.
For the last 8 years, we haven't had a house.
The family of 7 is squeezed into one end of this barn.
It's a stable hands quarters. It's got 3 bedrooms in it.
They're raised in the barn. We live in the barn. It's the joke around here.
It doesn't feel like home.
Recently, the family has had more than their share of bad luck. A trip to the doctor when Joyce was pregnant with their youngest child, Dominic, was the beginning of a traumatic few years.
When I went in for my ultrasound, they found a massive tumor in my pelvis area. So we ended up having an early C-section for the baby. And through that process, he ended up in the ICU.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of the worst weeks of our life. We actually watched him die on the table, and they had to revive him.
Dominic beat the odds and is now fit and healthy. But after a rushed operation to remove the tumor, Joyce's future was less certain.
They told me I'd spend the rest of my life in a wheelchair.
I think the best way to get Joyce to do something is to tell her she can't do it.
Joyce is in remission, and bucking the doctor's expectations, she's firmly back in the saddle. Now she's decided her growing brood need a proper home, and nothing's gonna stop her.
Go, Serenity, go! The first time we drove by the house, and I saw that it was red and white, I'm like, that's it, it's a sign. It's beautiful, it's what I've always liked as a little girl. I used to watch Gone with the Wind and see the big balconies off the front.
7.5 miles from the stables, this old house has been a local landmark for 95 years. Made of fir wood, the 2-story period home has spacious rooms and high ceilings. But its former owners considered demolishing it, having built a new property on their grounds. Now the Enders plan to save it by moving it to their stables and making it their home.
This house is amazing. Yeah, I'm really excited because it's actually not a barn.
The family needs to move the house 7.5 miles north to reach their stables. Across bumpy fields, dirt roads, and around tight corners. A rough journey for this antique house.
We just knew we had to have it. Just said, well, we have to take it and we'll make it work.
Dan and Joyce bought the house for a song, a deposit of just $2,500. But relocating it won't be so cheap. Moving the house and building new foundations will cost them $75,000. Renovation work and landscaping, another $160,000. In total, saving the house will hit them to the tune of $235,000.
Okay, fellas, we're on our way.
To give the old building a fighting chance, Dan and Joyce call in local house truckers, father and son team, Pat and Dwayne McCann.
Pretty big.
So it's a very old house. Because of the verandas and the upper deck and stuff off the back, it's a little bit more challenging.
They're just kind of sitting on there, you know. You don't know if there's 4 nails or 400 nails holding it on there.
I really like the deck, and I'd really like it to stay on the house. If you could do that, that'd be great.
Moving this 45-ton wooden wonder will test Dwayne and Pat's mettle. Built in 1916, the house is crammed with period features, including the original plasterwork. But its age also means it's extremely fragile. Move it now, and it could collapse like a house of cards. To strengthen the house, Pat and Dwayne must cover its corners with lengths of wood and metal. Then wrap it tight with 2 massive steel cables. Braced and bolstered, the old home should hold together for the move. Dwayne and Pat must be careful. Tighten the cables too much, and they could slice through the house like cheese. Or worse still, slice through one of the team.
I've had one snap on us. It can cause some serious damage. Okay, hold it!
But there's a problem. Dwayne discovers the almost century-old timber is in a worse state than he thought.
You know, look at that, just falling apart there, yeah. She's fragile.
Looks scary. Lots of holes everywhere.
I mean, we don't know what is in behind here. It could be really bad.
We got these cables wrapped around the whole house, holding it together like a big package.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
It's looking pretty feeble, but it's still standing, so that's a good sign.
I mean, there's no turning back now.
Coming up, will the Enders' dream home survive being wrenched off its footing?
It looks like it's falling right over.
Or fall at the first hurdle?
We stopped right on the patch of ice there.
In the prairies of southern Alberta, Dan and Joyce Enders have found their dream home, a 95-year-old house. It's been wrapped and strapped with huge steel cables for the move. Now Dwayne's team face their first real challenge: lift the 45-ton structure off its footings.
You're gonna keep those decks on?
The decks are gonna be a little questionable. There's a little bit of rot in that corner there.
Dan and Joyce can't bear to chop off the veranda and balcony. But these additions are only loosely attached to the house. Try traveling now, and these treasured features could be lost forever. So Dwayne's team has to do even more work to protect this antique house. They must dig out around the foundations and build a support rig underneath. A complex cradle of steel and wood beams will hold both the veranda and the balcony tight against the house to make sure they don't come loose. Only then can they move the house in one piece.
It smells horrible. It's all cat poop down here.
Squeezing the beams under Joyce's beloved veranda is back-breaking work.
A little bit more, guys.
It's -10, and the beams weigh almost 4 tons each.
There's a lot of fingers in the way, and guys and hands and heads and stuff there. Biggest thing is not trying to hurt anybody.
Suddenly, the massive beam collides with a supporting wall.
Foundation wall! Oh, nothing major then. It just caught the back of the wooden wall there. You hear that sound and it gives you a little chill. You don't know what it is there.
People are looking a little nervous, which makes me a little nervous.
Luckily for the crew underneath, these wooden piers absorb the beam's impact.
If the pier wasn't here, it could have fallen down in the back, and then it would have kipped up in the front and busted the front up something bad.
All right, good to go! The crew battle the weather and dirt for 2 days, shoring up the house.
We have a bit of a challenge. See, we're all breathing a little bit heavier than we did.
Dwayne's now pinning his hopes on these 8 hydraulic jacks being powerful enough to lift this lumbering load.
Okay, I think we're ready. Now's a good time to say a little prayer.
Yeah, I've said a few prayers already.
Too much pressure in the wrong place, and Dwayne could tear the house apart.
Good, good!
It's making lots of noise.
Pull driver's side!
But the old house doesn't want to let go of its foundation.
Still sticking here. Okay.
It needs some gentle persuasion.
Seems like they're wrecking the house. Figured we'd have to fix a few boards.
Oh, that popped up nicely. We got it now. Oh, we're good to go.
Next challenge, roll the house off its basement and onto the back of the truck.
There, it's moving.
Oh, there it goes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
But the crew hits a glitch. The tower holding the heaviest half of the house is slowly collapsing.
It looks like it's falling right over. That's crazy.
Dwayne's team works fast to build another tower.
One of our piers lets loose and it's catastrophic. You know, this thing could have been sitting on its side before we know it.
The new pier saves the day. With their house safely rolled off its foundations, Dan and Joyce check how it's holding up inside.
Oh, wow. Holy yikes. That's a big one.
The lift has taken its toll on the 95-year-old plasterwork.
This side of the plaster is separated right off the whole wall. So it's all gonna fall out.
But there's no time for second thoughts now. It's the day of the big move, and an assault course awaits the crew. The road may be in sight, but to reach it, they must drag the building a mile across a rough field. The steel rig underneath the house makes this load extra heavy, and there's a risk it could sink into the mud.
Okay, guys, let's go. Let's get it done. Good luck, fellas.
So excited. I can't even believe this is happening.
Pat and Dwayne have no time to waste. The temperature's rising, and the snow is melting.
It's gone a little stickier. It's a little warmer than usual this time of year.
But as soon as they reach the field, the crew is in trouble.
I was stuck, you know, not even 2 minutes into it.
We stopped right on a patch of ice there, so.
The truck's wheels lose traction on a thick patch of ice. But the 45-ton load is pushing the rest of the wheels into the thawing ground fast.
Stopped at the wrong spot, that's all we did.
Get a move on, boys, or you'll be sunk.
They look like they were stuck a little bit. It's kind of scary to watch.
Back up.
Just need a little help to get going.
Whenever you're ready.
The extra horsepower does the trick.
Oh, they're going now. Again.
Thank God we had our winch truck here to pull us out.
But there's still 7 miles to travel before this house reaches home.
If we keep moving, I think we'll be okay.
Up ahead, can the team keep this old house in one piece? Or will the wheels come off Joyce's dream home?
They know what they're doing, I hope.
In Alberta, Dwayne and Pat have rolled Joyce and Dan's dream home off its footings onto the open prairie.
Can't even believe this is happening.
It's taken them an hour to lug the antique building across a mile of boggy fields.
Slow and steady wins the race, I guess.
Now an even bigger challenge looms ahead. Dwayne must drag the long load up a steep ramp onto the highway.
Go this way. Give it a little gas. Stop. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The back end, the posts are dragging on the deck there.
The balcony is jammed into the ground.
Well, if those were to catch, I mean, that whole back piece could have fell right off.
With the truck half on the highway, Dwayne must act fast to free the balcony.
Okay, down a bit more.
So drop the truck and the back end will raise up a bit so you can come up the hill.
Lowering the front of the truck gives an extra few inches at the back.
That's good there.
Gonna be close.
The veranda is almost scraping the tarmac.
2 inches to spare. It's like a mile in the house moving language. You don't want to hurt anybody, especially when you're crossing traffic.
Keep coming!
Crazy, this is crazy.
Oh, we had a disaster on our hands. I'm glad I got it before it was too late. We're good here, let's go.
The crew picks up the pace on the open road. But up ahead, the going's about to get much tougher. Now the house is on the trailer. It soars over 31 feet high. And 11 major power lines cross the road up ahead. Edge too close, and this house will be toast. So the team need to coordinate crews of electricians to drive ahead and lift or lower the cables. If they time their operation right, the house will remain safe and the locals will keep their power. The electricians may be ready and waiting, but the house has got held up again.
Looking pretty tight right now.
Okay, well, you don't have to slam on the brakes.
A little sketchy on the satellite dish there, but I think we'll still have TV.
This is the first lift of the day here. I'm not even too sure how much room we have on this one, but
if anybody was touching any steel or anything from that truck on the house load movers, you know, they could get electrocuted before the fuse blows. You don't get a second chance with electricity.
Okay, I'm just gonna creep under. Just worried that, you know, if they go up another inch or two, I mean, then snap that line right off on us.
So this one will be close.
We only had about 4 or 5 inches up top there, so they say it's enough. We'll take it as it's enough.
One line down, but 10 more to go before nightfall. 6 hours after the move began, and the stables are at last in sight. The whole family rides in to walk their new house home.
It's a perfect way to bring it home. So the home stretch, we're on it.
No, not every day we follow horses, and that's for sure. Actually, this is a first for me.
It's a great day. Gonna cry now.
Hold the tears, Joyce. There's one final furrow ahead, and it's a deep one.
We got some scary stuff coming to get it onto the property, so we've got to go over a creek even.
The crossing over the creek is 12 feet wide, but the wheels under the house are 20 feet apart.
So we have to bridge across it with timbers and beams. The hardest part of the move is just coming up here shortly.
The crew race to rig up a makeshift bridge, but the light is fading and the clock is ticking.
It's almost here though. It's so exciting. Like 100 feet.
60 tons of house and truck are about to roll across this pile of wooden blocks. There are no second chances.
Only got the road and the bridge we built, so exact. We gotta be perfectly lined up.
Okay, good? Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, hold it!
As the bridge dips under the weight, the crew risked life and limb to keep the wheels level.
If something fails there, then you could have the house falling down. You could have a lot of things happening here.
That's kind of scary.
Okay.
Very interesting looking bridge, but they know what they're doing. I hope.
Okay, good?
But watching the house is terrifying. Like, thought it would fall off.
A little hairy there for a second or two. I mean, if those blocks ever split out, we got a pile of firewood on our hands.
The Enders' friends and family arrive to watch the house pull in.
Oh God, here it comes.
No pressure, Dwayne.
You gotta watch that back veranda. Don't hit the fence and the horses and the people.
It's like, I don't like that.
Coming up, will the team fall at the final fence?
The house is literally sliding on soap.
As they try to slide the huge house home?
It's soap, and if you step on it, you're gonna slip and fall on your ass. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Joyce and Dan's dream home has reached their stables.
That's all you get this Christmas.
Taking weight!
But the move's not over yet. Now the crew must slide the house onto its new basement.
Pretty close, pretty close. So excited.
Dwayne has a trick up his sleeve.
Soap, eh? Does it do good dishes too, or?
I don't know.
Soaping the beams under the house should give it a smooth ride, but hopefully not too smooth.
When you step on it, you're gonna slip and fall on your ass. And the same thing with the house. It can, if you're not paying attention, she can take off on you one way or the other. Excellent, boys. Okay, here we go.
It's just sliding on soap.
Like the smoothest to smooth the whole trip.
Yeah, that's right.
Finally, touchdown.
High five, guys. Good job.
Yeah!
After an epic 7.5-mile cross-country trek, Dwayne's crew has beaten the odds, and the old house is still in one piece.
It's a little nerve-wracking getting in here, but hey, we're happy.
Pick up a house that's been sitting for 100 years and move it across the prairies, I think is a pretty big accomplishment.
Gonna be okay, I guess.
It's here, so we want to get in there.
2 days after the move, and the Enders family are brimming with ideas on how to make the most of their stunning location.
No, they have to go that way.
Joyce has already planned out all the things that we're doing.
We'll have a bridge go over the creek. Of course, lots of flowers, and we have a bunch of tree planting to do so we can be protected from the north wind. I get to graduate. I don't have to live in the barn anymore. I get to move into a house again.
Dan's got his work cut out,
This is great.
restoring the 95-year-old interior.
They just don't build things like this anymore. I just can't wait to get in here, start taking the paint off and making it into the beautiful piece of architecture that it was.
Wow.
With a bedroom each for the first time in their lives, the 5 kids also can't wait to move in.
Actually, they're gonna lose a really good excuse though. Because when people say to them, "What, were you born in a barn?" They go, "Yeah."
It'll be a few months before the family can live there.
Here we are.
But the old house already feels like home.
It's a dream come true. It's amazing that everything worked out and that it's sitting here right now.
To our new house, first meal.
Can't believe it's all happened.